Let's check it out.
Newton, baby.
My God. Already looking at the 2011 NFL draft. Boys, we're gonna look at the 2011 NFL draft. Hindsight is 2020, but it's kind of funny to think like what your team or what our team like could have had if you could go back in time. But it's also like, if any of these players went to the Lions, they probably would have been so much worse. Like
just the Lions curse
they
or
would have
some
played
shit.
down to the Lions level, Like that's kind of the Ebron story though. We took Eric Ebron 8th overall in 2014. And he was ass. And then we traded him off to the Colts, and he was an all-pro instantly. So, I mean, maybe it was our fault. But T.J. Hawkinson's playing great on the Lions, so you can't necessarily say it was us.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. First overall pick, Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton's got to be one of those players who has fallen off quicker than any player I've ever seen. 2015 Cam Newton was a god among men. You know what's crazy? The first pick and the second pick are the ones who duked it out in the Super Bowl. In 2015. And that's crazy, too, because Newton and Von Miller were young when they went at it in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 50 MVP. And these boys had kind of just gotten drafted. That's crazy. It's not like they were, 4-year vets or anything. Cam Newton out of Auburn won the Heisman, won NFL MVP, was so crazy good. And now he's not even on a team. No. I mean, he's not in his football prime or anything, but a lot of quarterbacks who win MVP, it's not like they're out of the league 5 years after that. That's pretty crazy for Cam Newton, I got to say. But he was just electric in that Panthers offense. So, you know what? Someone said Carolina Panthers, 2015 Panthers Part 2 this year. I don't know, Chief. You think Sam Darnold's going for MVP? I think Sam Darnold is playing just about mediocre, and the rest of that Panthers team is overperforming right now. I think the Panthers are a little bit overrated as we speak. But, hey, I would love to see it. I like the Panthers. They're a team that I don't particularly hate the Panthers. There's a couple teams I'd not want to succeed, and they're not one of them. All right, first overall, Cam Newton. Second is Von Miller. That's so crazy to me. Third was Marcel Dareus. I don't know what he's doing currently. Do you know Marcel Dareus?
No.
He's a Pro Bowler. He's great on the Bills, but I do not know if he's. Do you guys know? Is he even on a team right now? I've not heard that name in a long time. Why don't you give a click on Marcel Dareus? It might actually tell us. Marcel Dareus, he played football at Bama. He was defensive MVP. He's currently a free agent. That's crazy. If you scroll down on the Wikipedia, I'll actually tell you all the teams he's played for. So he was on the Bills. Scroll up. Sorry, it's there on the right. Keep going.
Oh, right here.
So the Bills 2011 to 2017 and the Jaguars 2017 to 2019, and he's a free agent. That's weird. I remember him being talked about so much. Someone said substance abuse, although I'm not sure I'm not sure I believe anything you fucking need to say. Yeah, we can just go right back to the draft. Number 4, A.J. Green, Cincinnati Bengals. You got to respect that. Guy was an absolute freak of nature. Number 5, Pat Pete. Also a freak of nature. And A.J. Green, who's A.J. Green on right now? Is A.J. Green on the Cardinals? Yeah, he's currently... So A.J. Green currently plays for the Cardinals. He's really low on that depth chart. He's out of his prime too, but... honestly, had such an incredible career with the Bengals. Cardinals, sorry, you're going to have to move the mouse, Chase. Yep. Cardinals, Pat Pete is now on the Vikings, which is funny, but he's been incredible too. Falcons, Julio Jones on the Titans. Everybody's getting boofed around. But Julio Jones, one of my favorite players of all time.
So good.
He's such a freak, dude. He's so big. He was kind of like, he filled the void of watching Megatron play when Megatron retired. I was like, okay, I'll just watch Julio Jones. Yeah. It's pretty close. He's a little bit smaller than Megatron, but he's got the wheels and pretty damn close.
The hands.
I think A.J. Green is still good, but where would you rank A.J. Green right now on the Cardinals in that wide receiver room? Because you got DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore, A.J. Green. Do you put him at 3? Do you put him at 2? I literally want to say that Christian Kirk and Rondale Moore right now play better than A.J. Green does. That might be aggressive. You guys are putting him at 2? Dude, the only reason A.J. Green had so many yards yesterday is because people are keying on everybody else. I mean, if you have to double team DeAndre Hopkins every single play, and Christian Kirk absolutely lit up the Titans, Rondale Moore had like 100+ yards in that second game too. Mm-hmm. So once you're keying everybody else, it's not, I don't know. It's not that hard. I mean, Allen Lazard went off for like 100+ yards last season when Devontae Adams was out. I don't know if I'd say Alan Lazard's the most talented wide receiver. That's just how the NFL is. That's also why wide receivers are so much less valuable than running backs in fantasy. Because literally any wide receiver at any given time is going to get targets, receptions, and yards. Whereas running backs, you actually have to be like really talented or just abused. That's how it'd be. He would be the best on the Lions? Yeah, he would. And don't remind me. We should have taken Rondale Moore. Dude, when the Cardinals took Rondale Moore, I was like, fuck! I wanted him so bad. 49ers take Aldon Smith. That's crazy too because he was such a stud, and I haven't heard the name Aldon Smith in so long. Let's find out where he is, dude. Played for the Niners. He played for the Raiders and the Cowboys. What does it say? He's currently a free agent. Yeah, I think they just list him as a free agent once they stop playing. 2021 with the Seahawks. He was a practice squad member only, so he did not make the final cut for the Seahawks this year.
Gosh.
That's crazy, dude.
You go from Pro Bowl, first team All-Pro, Big 12 defensive, that's college, holy shit. But, like, wow.
Wait, Pro Bowl? Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. I keep doing my math in my head like this is the 2014 draft. It's not. It's 2011. Here, back it up. You know, I would say what's impressive about this, though, is 2011. That's a decade ago. Von Miller is still a threat.
Yep.
Pat Pete is still very solid. Julio Jones, definitely still a threat. Tyron Smith, still one of the best offensive tackles in the league. 9th pick for the Cowboys. Tennessee Titans, Jake Locker. Yo, Titans fans, can you tell me? I did not watch the NFL that much in 2011. What happened to Jake Locker? I haven't even heard that name in so long.
No.
I don't know if I ever heard it. Yeah, that's how you know he's a fucking bum, when that's the picture. When you hover somebody's Wikipedia, they're not even in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so tough, dude. I feel bad. I literally feel bad. Here, you wanna I wanna see what Chet has to say about that. I might do 2009 next. He got Zach Mettenberg. He quit. He sucked. That's what happened. Oh yikes. Yeah, he was decent. Just terrible O-line and kept getting hurt. Yeah, that guy has the Tennessee Titans logo as his thing, so I actually kind of trust him. And who did the Lions take? Oh wow, what a god among men, you guys. We took Nick Fairley. Do you notice that there's no Pro Bowl thing next to Nick Fairley when the Lions take their pick? That's crazy. It's almost like we're fucking horrible at drafting. It's almost like it. Although the Jaguars took Blaine Gabbert. Jaguars in 2011 take Blaine Gabbert, and in 2014 take Blake Bortles.
Tough.
If they got a BLA in their name, they fucking want them. And you know what? They just want to be a bust
those
too,
are such
apparently.
big L's.
Blaine Gabbert. Yikes! And you know what? Damn it. Blake Bortles almost beat Tom Brady in a playoff game, so maybe he's actually a guy. Nick Fairley wasn't too bad. I agree. Nick Fairley actually wasn't too bad. He was a solid D tackle. Also, we had Ndamukong Suh. There was a point in time where we had Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley, and we had he
was a menace to society.
A very good defensive line. Yeah, so that was a good point in time. I wasn't too upset about that. It's just sad when you see who goes after. Like, that's kind of the whole point. Like, yeah, Nick Fairley was good, but Robert Quinn's right after that. Robert Quinn was an excellent D-end. Mike Pouncey, incredible center. Ryan Kerrigan, super good for the Redskins. Nate Solder was awesome for the Patriots. Corey Luget, is that how you say it? He was solid, nothing crazy. Prince Amukamara, solid, nothing crazy. Adrian Claiborne, I don't know much about Adrian Claiborne. I do know Phil Taylor was a bust. And what do you know? The Browns back at it again. The Browns and the Lions are just fucking duking it out in a Jake Paul boxing match of who can fucking suck at drafting. And eventually the Browns, the Lions won by sucking more, because in recent history, the Browns have been good. Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, Baker Mayfield. I don't know if you call Baker Mayfield the most crazy good draft pick ever. I think Anthony Costanzo, very good. Cameron Jordan, one of the best literally of all time. There's some crazy stat about Cameron Jordan and how many games he's missed. He's missed like no games ever is basically the stat. I don't know the actual stat, but 2011 when he get drafted, and he has just been playing rep after rep after rep for the Saints. Guy's like invincible. Doesn't get hurt. Mark Ingram goes 28th also to the Saints. Saints had an awesome draft here. Cameron Jordan and Mark Ingram. Great work. Gabe Karimi, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears with a whiff. Jimmy Smith was good for the Ravens. Jonathan Baldwin, whiff for the Chiefs. James Carpenter, he was all right. Danny Watkins, whiff for the Eagles. And that's pretty much it. This is a stacked ass draft, though.
Really?
Muhammad Wilkerson for the Jets, very good. Cameron Hayward for the Steelers, very good. Derek Sherrod, whiff for the Packers. New England Patriots. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and that is because Russell Dowling, Rasai Dowling.
Rasai.
Is that an I? You said like acai bowl, and
No.
you're probably right, bro. I mean, if I don't know how to pronounce your name, that's because I've never heard an announcer say it. And that's because you're bad.
Currently a cornerbacks coach for William and Mary Tribe.
They should have just wrote, this guy was a fucking bust.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they should have wrote.
That one's tough.
Bills take Aaron Williams. If you put Donald at the end of that, it would have been good. But sorry, it's not. Bengals take Andy Dalton, literally one of the worst quarterbacks of all time. Just kidding. Andy Dalton, Pro Bowler, baby. What do they call him? Red Rocket? They call him something, dude.
I don't remember what they call him. Might as well. Right there. The red rifle.
Oh, red rifle.
If that's right.
Oh, red rocket is when a dog gets a boner.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I'm so sorry for what I just said out loud. The red rifle. The Browns traded down in the 2011 draft, and they could have had Julio. Wait, so the Browns traded down to get that? Oh, well, they didn't trade down to get someone. They just wanted to move around in the trade. That's embarrassing. And they whiffed, too. Browns were struggling. This was a struggle period for the Browns. I hope they just cleaned house and changed everything around. It's kind of what the Lions did. Kaepernick goes 36. He was incredible for a point in time and then horrible right after that. But that's still a solid pickup. Jabal Sheard was all right. Bruce Carter was pretty solid. Akeem Ayers was all right. Kyle Rudolph, good pickup for the Vikings. I like that. Let's see who was good that went deep in this draft.
Okay.
Rodney Hudson to the Chiefs. Very good pickup. A very good pickup this deep. To get an offensive lineman who's actually talented this deep, people always ask, like, why do you draft an offensive lineman in the first round? Why do you draft an offensive lineman in the first round? Because there's no good offensive lineman in late rounds, almost ever. It's so difficult to find a good offensive lineman late, but Chiefs got it, Rodney Hudson. That's impressive. Wide receivers, linebackers, you can get those in late rounds. It's very difficult to get a good offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb, Packers.
Solid.
Packers are pretty damn good with their second-round wide receivers. Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams. Chiefs take Justin Houston. Great pick. DeMarco Murray was third round. Wow. Dude. DeMarco Murray on the Cowboys was a god.
So good.
He really was a god. Mm-hmm. And, his brother is the one who's on the Ravens now, Latavius Murray. And he used to be on the Saints.
Wow. Dude, these families, bro. Like, what happened to us?
I know, right? Like, your whole family's in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here talking
just
about
absolute units.
Yeah, fuck that. Jarrell Casey, Titans, good pickup, deep. That's very solid. KJ Wright to the Seahawks, 4th round. That's impressive, too. That really is. Jordan Cameron, wow, to the Browns. Jordan Cameron played basketball in college, too.
Wow.
And he was an incredible tight end. Yeah. I know he played basketball in college. Julius Thomas, also an incredible tight end. Wasn't Julius Thomas on the Jaguars? I think at one point Julius Thomas was on the Jaguars. He also played for the Jacksonville Jaguars and Miami Dolphins. Yeah, great tight end. Nice pick. Cardinals get Anthony Sherman, one of the best fullbacks. One of the best fullbacks
look
ever,
at that tank,
bro.
Dude.
He is a tank. That's a lit pickup. I guess getting a fullback in a late round isn't too spicy.
Richard Sherman?
What? I didn't know that.
Whew.
Wait, what? Did you guys know this? Richard Sherman was 5th round?
Wow.
I knew he played for Stanford. That's got to be why, bro. It's because he played for Stanford.
Wow.
I can see NFL scouts completely overlooking someone because they played for Stanford.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
What's the blue mean?
Well, I recognize Pernell McPhee because he was really good. It probably means they were solid. I don't actually know. There's a key up there, actually. If you scroll up, it tells you. Keep going. The blue is compensatory selection. I don't actually know what that means. I have no idea. Fuck it. But Pernell McPhee was actually pretty good. There's even more, dude. Dwayne Harris, Tyrod Taylor. Wow. Houston Texans fans, bro. Tyrod Taylor gets taken 6th. Oh my God, 180th pick with Tyrod Taylor. The Ravens really badly wanted to get their Lamar Jackson, and they tried 3 times. They got Tyrod Taylor, scramble QB. Then they get Robert Griffin III, scramble QB. Both didn't totally pan out. Then they got Lamar Jackson. They've been trying at this Mike Vick thing for a long time.
I guess.
Finally got it. Man. Jason Kelsey that deep. Oh. Wow, this is a stacked draft. You guys are 100% right.
Really
This is a stacked draft.
Wow.
And that's it. 2011 draft, dude. Low-key, I like that 2014 draft. I really do. That 2014 draft is nasty. That's a sick draft. What would you guys say? What would you guys say is the shittiest NFL draft of all time? Like, literally no talent other than maybe like 2 or 3 dudes. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't have a lot of good NFL.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, what's the
I didn't really
shittiest?
start keeping up with the NFL draft till like 2017, I'd say. 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
I was looking at. So we were saying 2008. Is 2008 Jamarcus Russell? All right, boys, we've spent a good amount of time looking at some of the best NFL drafts of all. Actually, you know what? Save it, boys. We're going to save it. We're going to save it for the next stream. We're going to do the worst NFL draft of all time.
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
like
also
that.
do the 2017 draft. So
Okay.
we'll save it. But we covered 2011 and 2014, 2 of the most stacked in recent history. This one is sick. The last thing I'll do before we go here is who could the Lions have gotten? At the 13th pick, we actually drafted pretty well, to be honest with you, because it's not like we missed out on Von Miller or something. They all went so early. Robert Quinn, I don't even know if that would have been that much of a better pick. Mike Pouncey, maybe. Ryan Kerrigan, sure. Cameron Jordan really was the next best pick, but if he dropped as far as 24th, I think if you think of it in the context of the circumstances, we made the right call, right? I mean, there are 3 DNs that were better than Nick Fairley, though, that went so much later. Cameron Jordan, Muhammad Wilkerson, and Cameron Hitter are all significantly better, in my personal opinion, than Nick Fairley. Wow. Oh, we could have had Andy Dalton, bro. He would have brought us a quarterback. I'm going to kill myself. He would have brought us a Super Bowl. That's the perfect response. We're ending it. We're ending the draft just like that, baby.